Well, good evening, everybody, or good morning or afternoon, depending on when you watch this in the time zone. Welcome to this evening's edition of Matters of Your Heart, where everything I talk about, of course, you matter. All right, so I'm going to do something a little lighthearted here, okay? Because memories matter to people, and we're going to talk about some good memories, all right? So when I get done with this, sound off in the comments, share, subscribe, like, whatever you want to do, or you can tell me in private messaging on my Facebook, which is Toya Shay Oz, OS. Okay, so I'm going to talk about one of my most fondest memories. Now, I have several of them. I could talk about my kids, I could talk about my husband, but I'm going to go back, say about 20 years ago. All right, this is a funny story. This is New Year's Eve, um, 1999 going into 2000. Now, if you have ever visited Las Vegas, you know that Las Vegas always shuts down the strip New Year's Eve for the pedestrians that are celebrating, for tourists and for locals. And at that time, I worked on the strip, so I'll tell my story. Okay, this is me, excuse me, my boyfriend at the time, and his best friend. We were out on the strip just walking around, and somebody had bought a bottle of wild turkey. I think it was his friend. Now, my ex is named Chuck, and his friend's name is Mike. So me, Chuck, and Mike walking down the strip, and we're drinking each of us drunk a third of this bottle of wild turkey. Okay, I was the only one smart enough to eat before I drank, so I got drunk really slow. While the other two crazy fuckers, they got drunk fast. Especially Chuck. Now, Chuck, he was a nice sized guy. He was large, so you would think he would hold his liquor, right? No. So as the night goes on, we're seeing crazy events. New Year's comes around, Happy New Year. We're seeing all kinds of crazy things. People getting arrested for lewd and disorderly conduct. One guy climbs up on top of the Caesar's Palace statue. Now, if you know Vegas, then you know the corner of Flamingo and Las Vegas Boulevard, there's Caesar's Palace. Now, on the Las Vegas side, there's the statue of a naked dude. Okay, so this guy's on top of the statue, but fucking naked, pissing on the ground, singing Happy New Year. I mean, balls hanging out and everything, okay? It took so many cops to get this guy down. I don't know if he was just drinking. I think he was high on something, and it wasn't weed, because weed don't make you do that, okay? I know this from personal experience, all right? We can talk about that another day. So anyways, we're seeing all these crazy stuff. We decided to go home, and as Mike is taking Chuck and I home, we stopped at Carl's Jr. Poor Chuck was so sick and so drunk. He threw up outside the car. He opens the door. He's getting ready to put in his order. He's just going, bleh. And I'm like, no. And Mike and I thought it was hilarious, okay? We were laughing all the way till we got to my house. We stopped laughing when we realized Chuck could not walk up the stairs. Chuck is bigger than both of us. Mike is tall, and he's not the thinnest person in the world, but he wasn't like fat. He had a little gut, whatever, right? Me, I was bigger than I am now, but Chuck's bigger than both of us. So we had to drag his big ass up the stairs and put him in the bed. So Mike leaves, and at the end of the night, at the end of this story, well, Chuck was my man at the time. He wanted to get intimate. Why would I want to get intimate with somebody that just threw up all over the place, outside the car, inside the car, and still got throw up in him? I'm like, if you don't stop touching me, I won't touch you. So we finally passed out, and that was our New Year's. And that's like one of the craziest memories I had, because there were so many things going on the strip. I'm just doing a summary, and to this day, every time I think about it, I just laugh my fucking ass off, because that is just one of the most fond memories I have of my ex. We married, divorced, we were still friends. He passed away recently as of last year. Rest in peace to him. But I'm glad that I have fond memories, because through all this time, he was my best friend. So there's my crazy memory from my youth. So sound out in the comments, private message me, whatever you want to do. Let's talk about crazy memories. It could be from 20 years ago, 30 years ago. If you're like, 18, 19, 20. It could be as recently as the night before. I know how it is. I was young one time. I know y'all go out, party, drink, whatever, and smoke or whatever. That's what you do when you're young, especially when you ain't got no responsibilities like kids. All right. Thank you for watching this edition of Matters of Your Heart. And remember, be kind to yourself because you matter. Good night, everybody.